Can you purchase a home with collections? Well, the first answer is absolutely you can purchase a home with collections. And the first thing you should do before you go and do anything with your collections, which means pay them off, maybe agree on the payment plan, or do anything, is reach out to a lender. And the reason why you should do that is because we have tools that can help you game plan on what to do with those collections. What I mean by that is we can literally figure out ahead of time if you should go ahead and pay them off, if you should go ahead and put them on a payment plan, or more importantly, if you should just ignore them at this point. Because by ignoring them, what that allows us to do is it allows you to keep more money in your bank and still get a mortgage, which means more towards your principal, and it can actually be more favorable to you at times by doing this. So this is why I say you should work with a mortgage professional up front before you do anything with collections. But again, you absolutely can get a mortgage with collections, again, with charge-offs or any of those derogatories up front. I'm Elyin Perez, and today we're going to talk about if you can buy a home if you have collections or even refinance. How does derogatory or late payments affect your ability to qualify? So let's start out with derogatory credit, meaning that you're behind on a payment or just haven't been paying something on time. So this can affect you in negative ways because it could bring down your credit score some, meaning that you might end up paying a little bit higher rates or higher closing costs. However, it doesn't mean that you might not qualify. A lot of times we can still get you approved with derogatory credit. Sometimes with derogatory credit, we might have to go ahead and figure out how to get you on a payment plan or get something going again, just to show that you're being in good faith with that collector. As far as late payments goes, it's really going to depend. Are you still behind? Or are you caught up? And if so, how long ago those late payments were? Traditionally, late payments within the last 6 months or even a year will affect your credit score, which again means it could affect that interest rate you might get today, but it doesn't always mean that you won't qualify for a home loan today. Can you buy a home if you have judgments or tax liens? So judgments and tax liens are definitely a big factor to keep in mind when applying for a home loan, just so we all understand that. The reason why is these items are typically owed to the government of some sort. And keep in mind, conventional loans, which are backed by Fannie and Freddie, or FHA loans, which are also backed by the government, protected by HUD, are all government-backed loans. So as you can safely imagine, they've created sections that are checked behind the scenes to ensure that there's not money owed elsewhere. However, can you qualify? Absolutely. The only thing you really need to do when this happens is typically set up those tax liens or judgments on either some type of payment plan or get it paid in full before closing. The biggest difference between a new collection and an old collection when applying for a loan is going to go ahead and be how it's affecting your credit score today. New collections, well, they're going to go ahead and impact your credit score right away. And what this does, of course, it could mean is that you're going to have a little bit higher interest rate due to this. Now, depending how old the collection is, it might not even be impacting your credit score at all. So a lot of people think that they should pay off their collections ahead of time before reaching out to a lender to improve their credit score. But with old collections, this could actually be a very bad idea because it's actually going to show brand new activity on that collection account. And what this does is it could have taken it from a status of not counting it against your credit score at all, or maybe counting it minimal against your credit score, and now bringing it right to the very top of your credit score. And that's going to bring your score drastically down even though you paid it in full. A new collection can affect the ability to qualify a loan. This can happen because a new collection is going to have the biggest impact on a credit score. And the reason why, think of it like a late payment. You just fell behind on something today. So by doing so, normally we are going to recommend that you speak to a lender definitely ahead of time before doing anything with that brand new collection. That way we can guide you on figuring out if the best item is to pay it in full or maybe put it on the payment plan. But again, we have tools in-house that allow us to figure out exactly how that's going to affect your credit score ahead of time. Do medical collections affect your ability to purchase a home? So medical collections are very unique in the aspect that most loan programs state that medical collections don't affect your ability to purchase a home at all. Actually, they even state that medical collections don't even have to be paid back at all. However, what makes medical collections interesting is that they do still have an impact on your credit score. And that credit score impact can have a drastic difference on the interest rate you can get, but not just that, the amount of down payment you'll need to use and the loan program you can apply for. If you're thinking about buying a home and you're not sure if you should speak to a lender first or if you should go ahead and work on your credit first, well, I personally am going to let you know the number one thing you should do is speak to a licensed mortgage professional. Because a true mortgage professional, they're going to hold your hand, whether it's 1 year out or 5 years out in that home buying process. Because we're doing this as a career and not just a daily job. So due to that, I highly recommend the first thing you do is speak to one of us. So that way we can actually give you what we call here at Ace Lending Group a clear mortgage plan. A clear mortgage plan is something we do here at Ace Lending Group. And the reason we do it here is because we're not in here to just have a daily job. This is our career. And what I mean by that is just like we want to do this for the rest of our lives, we want to help you homeowners get a home in the future no matter how long it takes. So when you apply for a mortgage with us today, whether you're looking to buy now or 2 years from now, we're going to tell you exactly what to do on your credit step by step, along with if you need to change jobs, income, and even how much you need for savings. I'm Elyin Perez. If you have any questions, concerns, just reach out to me with the details below.